Hi folks, I'm Suzanne. I'm going to give you 5 tips to 10x the burnout rate of your engineers. Why would you want to do that? Well, trigger warning, by the way, to get recognition as a strong tech leader or being very, very senior as an engineer. Anyways, tip number 1, it starts all at the beginning. Why not start good? So cram in as many different function descriptions into one vacancy and make the process as long as you can. 3 months, yes, they want to work at you. They must wait 3 months to go through the whole process and do code interviews, by the way. And then the fun really starts. They get the onboarding. So to induce a real burnout, don't do onboarding. You know, you hired a self-starter, so let them self-start, right? Don't do documentation. Let them figure it out. Let them take the tribal knowledge. Okay, then we go to the metrics. It's tip number 2. Just measure anything. Cram it in one dashboard. Don't tell why you're measuring things. Just let them figure it out, right? Keep them in the dark a little bit, you know. But when you are going to use it, it's during performance interviews or random conversations. You say, why are you not productive? Why? What is this? Why is this rate going down? You know, these are great conversations to have and really, really good burnout practices. So yes, also on the topic of promotion or, you know, letting people go, don't tell them why. You know, don't give a career path. Just use any metric. Keep them in the dark why somebody's promoted or not. Then there's the infrastructure. We all know it. We had VMs at the office. We had VMs in the data center. We're going to move them to the cloud. We know best. We'll manage it for you. Don't worry about it. They're developers. And when you have something that you want, or you want to see something different, please use the ticketing system, because that gives joy to everybody, and we keep control, right? So let's induce a burnout. Great tickets. Yeah, if you really want to help people, just, you know, bring in some tools, DevOps tools, shift everything left, and shift as many things left as you can, until you get the shit left. Because only if you have so many tools, so many different tools you need to switch and languages you need to use, only then you're successful. Number 4 is, of course, about the business value. Look at that. Project manager, deciding what you're going to build, how you're going to build it, and how you're going to solve your problems. It's great not being responsible for the code you build. Another thing is collaboration. You need it inside your team. Of course, not the other teams, because, you know, they hire their own engineers. If they need, like, React, and you have a person knowing React in your team, let them figure it out, hire their own. Collaboration, knowledge sharing, knowledge sharing takes a lot of time. People can go to conferences in their own time, they're learners, they can go online, they can do a course on YouTube. Great success. Now we get into the real toxic part, of course, because, yeah, this is not burnout inducing enough. So we are a happy place. So we don't want complaints. If people have an opinion, you just make sure that they get a lot of chores which are not recognized. Make sure that they don't get hurt. Please, you know, take into account that whenever somebody wants to work on technical debt, they can do that in the hack week, because that's fun. We can do our technical debt then. That's inspiring. You can work like that. And then after work, people get home, but everybody has a phone, and, you know, during Netflix, you can still, like, you know, do some code or do some debugging, right? So how to, well, not get a burnout, to end positively. Take care of your hiring and your onboarding. Make it inclusive. Make the onboarding experience really good, because 50 to 80% of the people will otherwise leave. Measure what matters. Why focus on the number of pull requests? Well, you could also measure on business success, the application that you build, so that you feel a sense of connectivity with what you're building. You feel the sense of purpose of the work that you're doing. And when you are providing infrastructure services, you know, maybe add some value to it. Maybe think of your services like a product, you know, making actually developers happy and productive, so that they don't have to switch between multiple things and you treat them as a customer. Teaming up and sharing knowledge is essential to create a great culture. We've learned earlier today in one of the talks. And share knowledge with each other. Have knowledge sharing sessions, because that will give a sense of community and a sense of purpose. If you want to learn more about other ways to have a better experience and not burn out your engineers, scan this QR code. There are some great links to like for instance the Space Framework or the DevX framework, and those are all nice resources. And of course, the developer DevOps report. It was Accelerate at some point, but there's a new one out. So please read it. There's a lot of great tips in there. And thank you.